All right. So I welcome you to the day 2 of our 7 days IM coaching, where we are looking at email marketing and sales funnel design. All right. So today is day 2. So day 2 we'll be looking at email marketing and list building. So at the end of this video, what I want us to be able to accomplish is have a good understanding of what email marketing is and list building, why you need to have an email marketing in place, and why you need to build a list. What are the email marketing softwares and the self-hosted softwares? I'll be talking about the two and the cases where you'll be needing each of them. We'll also be looking at lead capture forms, which is in line with list building, and we'll also be looking at autoresponder sequence. So these are all the things, these 5 goals are things I want to be able to accomplish with this video. So at the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding on how to do these things and how to implement them. All right, so let's go to what email marketing is and what list building is. So first, let's look at list building. To understand what list building is, you first need to know what a list is in the first place. So a list is a mailing list, basically. A mailing list is a database of email addresses. At times you have name, email addresses, and telephone numbers. But basically what we are looking at here, which is email marketing, we are looking at a list that contains, let's say, the name of the person that owns the email address. So you are looking at the database of email addresses of people. These people you can reach out to. You can send them marketing information. You can send them link to read articles on your blog post. You can send them offers. You can send them affiliate offers. You can make them buy your products. Basically, that is what a list is. A list is a database of email addresses. All right. So an email marketing, it is a way we communicate with our list. All right. And the term email marketing is an old term, and it is something that has been used from the olden days, like in the old time, and it still works up to today, because if you check it, there is no registration you want to do online today that does not require your email address. Your bank asks for your telephone number and your email address, and the reason is because of this thing. Because of marketing, they want to have a list of their customers or potential customers that they can communicate with, send them offers, send them information, send them things. You understand? And email marketing is a very sure way of making income. If you have a list of about any amount, it doesn't matter, you are sure of an asset. Because one thing you need to also know, and you need to treat this list building and email marketing that we are talking about as an asset and a very integral part of your online business, or be it your offline business, because it is your asset. Are you with me? Any business that is thriving, their most important asset is their customer, be it prospective customers or be it their buying or paying customers. So you need to treat it like that. So you need to take care of your list. You need to communicate to them more often, and you need to send them free stuff. All right. You need to build trust. You need to build communication, create a channel, because email marketing is a communication channel, not just a selling channel. It is a communication channel. So if you treat email marketing and list building that way, you will see more results with your effort. So why email marketing? One reason that email marketing wins over other forms of passive income, meaning when you look at passive income in the sense that you build the list once. All right. It can also be used in a business. Like I said, you build a list once, but it becomes a passive source of generating revenue for you, generating audience or traffic for you, because you have it. It's an asset in your database, so that you can communicate with your subscribers as often as you like. Like I've said, you can communicate with them, you can talk to them as often as you like. You must have heard, which is an adage that says it takes up to 7 contacts to convert a customer. At times it takes longer than that, but most of the time it takes up to about 7 concrete contacts that you can have with your customer to convert them to a buying customer. Your subscriber, to get them to be a buying customer. And the truth about it is that there are times you will have people on your list that will just not buy from you. That is not your fault. It's not because your product is not good enough. Maybe they don't just like you, or they don't just like your products. Either way, or they don't have the money to buy. So, but anybody that will actually buy your product immediately, let's say you do a product launch today, and if you send them email consistently, by this time next week, if they will actually buy that product, they will buy within that 7 days period. But if they will not buy that product, let's say because of the way you packaged it or something, they can still buy, but which we will still talk about through other means of email marketing and how to do effective email marketing. Alright, so this tends to let you understand that you need to communicate with your leads. It's not by just collecting the emails and send them your offer just like that and you expect them to buy. No, there must be a communication. So at least up to like 7 times. That is what we are talking about here. Alright, so this is pretty accurate, and most people will not purchase the first time around, which is true. Potential customer visits your sales page, they will either buy your products or leave. If they leave, then there is a very little chance that you will see them again. But with email marketing, you are sure of your potential customers staying longer with you if you take care of them. Alright? If you take care of them, if you send them information that are useful to them, they will ask you questions. I have people that they've not bought from me, but they ask questions. Alright? So but one day they will eventually buy from me. And that covers for all that will cover costs, and I can still make more money from them. Alright, so that's about why you need. So this is another 7 points you should have at the back of your mind. People like to receive emails, regardless of what people tell you that email marketing is dead or not. It's a lie. When your bank sends you statements or alerts, they send you a copy in your email, you want to check it. Are you with me? People have emails, they carry emails about on their phones. Are you with me? So people open their emails, people read emails. Alright, but it now depends on what the heading of your email is, which we'll be talking about later. How you send emails that actually sell, emails that will convert, things that you need to look out for, email that people will open. But it's also good to know that you will not have an 100% open rate. The truth is, with email marketing, you will not even have 50% open rate. So you might send an email today and it might take another 2 weeks or 3 weeks before somebody opens that email. That is part of the downsides of email. But the truth is that you can earn good income with email marketing, and that's that. So people like to receive email. It is not difficult to build an email list. It is an instant traffic source when you have a database of people. Let's assume you are doing a new product launch, or you have a new offer for people. You want a new offer you want to promote. Let me just use a typical example. If you are a GTA customer, for instance, and GT Bank is releasing a new app, the first set of marketing call for them is not just to go to the media or to do billboards. It's to send SMS and emails to their existing customers. And these are the first set of people that will jump on it. Alright, so it reduces your marketing cost if you build a list. That is just it. They are your first source of traffic to your product launches. You can present offers and make money whenever you want. You can wake up 2 a.m. You think of an email you want to send to you can send it to them at any time you want. List building and email marketing is exciting. Like I said, it's a communication channel. People ask you questions and you respond. You are not trading your time for money. That's another thing. When you do list building once, you don't have to work again to gain that list. You do it once and you can continue to market different things to that person at the same time. Alright, unlike when you need to have to get new customers every time. You get one customer buying a product, you can sell them similar type of product along the line. So it's just a one-time work you do to build a list, and you can send them similar products along the line. And you can live the internet freedom lifestyle. That's if you are like me. You can earn from your laptop. Alright. So that's why you need email marketing. So next we need to look at email marketing softwares and self-hosted autoresponder or self-hosted email marketing softwares. There are a lot of email marketing software in the market. You can get a free version of MailChimp, which we'll be looking at today. And you can get GetResponse, you can sign up for ConvertKit, you can sign up for Aweber. These three emails, I use them, and they provide free 30 days trial. For MailChimp, you have about 12,000 emails you can send for free, and they give you up to 2,000 email list database that you can grow. For these other products, you can check their information. Some give you up to 1,005 email database, and some give you up to 2,000, some give you up to 1,000, depending. So you can just read up and know what to do. So an email marketing system is what I've just talked about. Like I said, it's a system that helps you communicate with your email list. Alright, there's no reason to flog it when we look at the practical side of things. Another side of things is of a software, of an email marketing software, is a self-hosted email marketing software. There are a couple of self-hosts, there are a lot of them out there. You can install it on your hosting, on your server. But the truth is, I usually don't advise you go with self-hosted autoresponders or email marketing system. And the reason is this: it requires technical skills. Alright, it requires technical skills. I have one. I have self-hosted, but it's because I have some technical knowledge. And there are a lot of things you have to do all by yourself. And when you run into issues, who do you call? Alright, so you will need a technical team to support it. But if you are just getting started with email marketing, I'll advise you to go with ready-made systems that you can subscribe to. Alright, but the one other difference between email marketing systems out there and self-hosted is that a self-hosted system, you just pay one time. You pay a one-time fee. Alright, and you have it. You can send unlimited emails. You can grow unlimited email lists and things like that. But with the email marketing softwares, you pay a monthly fee. Alright, and there are caps on the amount of lists you pay for a certain amount of price. If you have 1,000 emails, there is a certain amount of money you have to pay. If you have 2,500 emails, there are a certain amount of money you can pay. Alright, so that's the difference. But if you look at the cost and the amount, their cost is minimal. Alright, compared to the benefit of your list. Let's assume you have let's say 2,000 email subscribers or 1,000 email subscribers, and you are asked to pay, let's say, roughly about $30 for monthly subscription. If you mail your emails, your list within 30 days, I'm so sure you will generate 100% of that same amount of money you are paying. Or let's say you generate 50%, at least you will generate double the money you are paying. That's the point I'm making. So you want to just stick with email marketing software. And if you are looking at a course, you can start with MailChimp. Or you can start with MailChimp. Or you can start with 30 days trial. Because if you actually practice email marketing, you should earn your money back within the 30 days free trial that these guys are giving you. That's the honest truth. And that's that. So what you should look out for when you are choosing an email marketing system, you must be able to build lists of subscribers. That is certain. You must be able to send email broadcasts. That's another thing. You must be able to schedule broadcasts. Let's assume I type an email now, but I want it to be sent at about 4:55 this evening. I should be able to set it up on my email marketing system. All right. You must be able to do email sequencing. That's autoresponder. Let's assume I gave out a free gift. All right. And in the free gift, I asked that, all right, let me retrace what I've just said. All right. So let's say I give out a free gift. All right. Which is email sequencing. And you subscribe to my email lists and I gave you a free gift today. I can set up my autoresponder services to send you series of email for another 5 days. That is what we call autoresponder and email sequencing. Now all I need to just do, I don't need to be sending you emails every day. That's the point. I will just load it up in my email marketing system and what do they call it? The system then sends you email. I can be sleeping at the time it's sending you the email. Alright. So the system then sends you email every day. Alright, for another 5 days based on the way that is sequencing. And it can do the selling for me. Now that means I can send you marketing information that will lead you to buy without me having to actively market to you. That's the power of email marketing. Alright. That's the power of email marketing. And you have to also go for email marketing systems that are respected by ISPs. That's another challenge with self-hosted autoresponder. You must ensure that your email content passes spam check and things like that. Alright, for it to not end up in the junk folder of your receiver. Alright. So, but with your email marketing softwares, if you go with any of the ones I've listed or any good ones out there, you are sure that they have a good relationship with the ISP. That is one. Two, they also do a spam check for your emails before you send them out. So let's assume you have headings and contents that ISP frowns at. You can change them, you can edit them, you can modify them before you send it out. Alright, so they give you a spam score and things like that. So another thing about email marketing solutions is that you get reporting. You get the number of people that opens your email. You get to know if your email is resonating well with your list. You get to know what kind of, is it emotional messages you should be sending to your list? Are they clicking on your link? How are you selling the actions they need to take? So you get those reports. So the reports, your feedback helps you to craft your emails and help you improve with your email marketing. So you look out for these few things. There are so many more things, but these few ones are the ones you should look out for to ensure when you are choosing an email responder services. And MailChimp, GetResponse, ConvertKit, Aweber, and so many of them have good, they scale this checklist and things like that. Alright. So the next thing we will look at right now was, before we go to a live demonstration, is to look at the key elements you will need for effective email marketing. You need a lead capture form, which we will talk about later. We need we need to be able to broadcast message. I will show you that as well. That is how you send messages to your email list and things like that. You need to also be able to set up autoresponder follow-up sequence, which I'm going to show you. And now you have to also check your reporting. Alright. So in the next few minutes, I'll be demonstrating to us how email marketing works. Pardon this heading. Alright. So like I said, we'll be looking at these things. We'll be looking at the email marketing system. We'll be looking at lead capture forms, how to set it up, how they reflect on our website, how we will send a broadcast message, how we do autoresponders and things like that, and how we view our reporting. Alright, so I will see you in a live demonstration. Alright, so this is the live demonstration section. Right now I'm logged into the website. Alright, so basically when we look at list building, I'll be using, let me say this first, and let me just choose things I will look at. One, I will showing you how you can sign up for MailChimp and how you can sign up for what's the name? Aweber. Alright, so I think I should just pull up this one here. Alright, okay, so I'm waiting for that to come up. Alright, so I want to do a MailChimp. So you can just see the process to sign up for an Aweber. You can see the process. So basically, you need an email marketing system like we've rightly spoken about. So it's easy to sign up. Like I said, MailChimp gives you a 30 days trial. So you can just click on the sign up button here. You put in your email address. And one other thing about MailChimp is they require you have a business email address that is going to relate with your domain. Alright, so you can put your email address here, your Gmail or your Yahoo email, but when you need to send the email, they will need to be sure that the domain name that you want to communicate with, that you want to send communication to, or you want to link people to, is verified. It's a business address. Alright, it's not a Gmail address. So you need to set up an account, which I have demonstrated to you in setting up your hosting domain name. You want to set up an email account at your domain name. Let's say Jeremiah at jeremiahdenny.com, something like that. So this setup process is straightforward. You just put in your email address, you put in your password, you can put in, then you put in your username. You can even use your email address as your username, and you can then choose a strong password, and that's that. So when you have that set up, they'll take you through the verification and sign up process. It's pretty straightforward, and you can start building lists, which I'm going to show you in the next few minutes. The next one you want to do is to sign up for Aweber. You just do, this is because I have an account, right? So you can sign up, like I said, everything starting at $19 a month. But you can start off for free. You can sign up for Aweber for free. Alright, so this is the order form to start off for free. Alright, and that's that. Alright, you can choose a monthly plan. Is that straightforward? Is that straightforward? But you also need to be careful about billing information you want to put in your billing, because they require your billing information. But MailChimp does not require you to put a debit card or your credit card information. Alright, but MailChimp, Aweber, GetResponse, ConvertKit, they will all require that you enter your card information. Without that, they will not give you the 30 days free trial. Alright, so that said, I will take it that you've registered an account. These are the next things we will look at. So we're working from a registered account. Alright, so this is my MailChimp account. Now, I said to you about list building. Now, to set up a list, you want to create, in MailChimp, you want to create a list. Basically, you just click on create list and you click create list. Alright, so you give it a name. Let's say the name of my list is, it can be anything. You give it a very descriptive name. Let me just say marketing, for instance. I'm using this as a demonstration, marketing, and I want to give it default email address. Alright, so let's say I'm giving it a Jeremiah. Alright, and what name do you want to show as the default sender? That is what you need to look out for here. So I want it to show, it can be like this. I can just close this, sorry for that. It can be anything. You can choose to just, and I can just decide to be very descriptive. So when they receive the email, it will be coming from this person, from me, like this. Alright, and you want to put this, you want to remind them of how they signed up, how they joined your email list. I already have some that I've created already, but you can just type it out. You are receiving this email because you opted in via my website, or you are receiving this email because you downloaded my free ebook on so and so. All right, you just give them that information. Now you want to enter your organization information. This information you have provided when you are setting up your account, or if it doesn't show, you can just type it. All right. And for every list, you can choose to have a different address. All right, you can choose to have different addresses. All right, so, and that's that. And you want to also, this option is double opt-in. This enables you to send confirmation message for everybody that entered into your list. You want to send them a confirmation message before you give them the free bonus you promised them or something, or you want to confirm that they truly want to hear from you. With email marketing, the truth is you don't want to do double, because the truth is, from my experience, some people don't go back. They just, well, let's assume you are giving them a free gift, all right, and you promise them you want to give them an ebook, and they provide you with their email addresses. Now they provide you with their email addresses, and you tell them you send them to a page that you send them an email that they need to confirm, and they click on the confirmation. And after they click on the confirmation, they then receive the free gift. All right. That is a very good way. All right. It helps you. It is good when you are well established. All right. You only want to talk to people that want to listen to you. All right. But when you are just starting, you want to grow your list as much as possible. All right. Double opt-in is not really necessary. All right. You just collect the emails. You get. Well, the disadvantage to that is that some people can put fake email addresses just because they want to take your free bonus. But the percentage of people that will do that is just, say, roughly about 10% of the entire 100%. People genuinely give you emails when they see something that is valuable that they want to get. You're right. All right. So at the end of the day, you also do not want those kind of people that you don't want to talk to them at the end of the day. So, and that is that. So I normally I don't enable double opt-in the same way for Aweber, which I'm still going to demonstrate. And that's that. You want to check if you want, like I said, reporting is also very key. You want to check if you want to receive reporting at all time, and you save the list. All right. And that's that. I'm not going to create this list because I don't want to save it. And that is that. You've created a list. And when you create the list, it will show up here. It will show up here. All right. To show up here. All right. It will show up here. And that's that about list building. Let me also demonstrate the same thing with Aweber. With Aweber, it is easy. You just go to, when you log into your Aweber, you go to manage, and you create lists. All right. So it's the same process. You want to set up your name, your company name, your website, what's the name? You want to use a different address, like I said, just the same way. You can set up a different address. And you want to send the sender's name. If you want to set it up, that's fine. You just set it up. You want to give your list a name. Let's assume you are doing marketing. All right. You're doing marketing, and by the way, I'll be focusing more on MailChimp. I say MailChimp on Aweber. All right. So I'll be using Aweber for the demonstration more. All right. So I find it very easy to use, and it's very, very good. It's a very good marketing system. I don't run into some of the issues I run into with MailChimp. I don't run into it Aweber, although I have to pay though. So, but it's actually very fantastic. So, and you can give it a description. All right. You can just copy it, or you can make it more descriptive. This is something you can do, and you do your next step. And for Aweber, you you just have to approve message. This is to tell them that they will send a confirmation message and things like that. You can edit this message, but most of the time you just leave it by the default. All right, and you just approve and the list will be created. All right, so the list is created right now. So that's about creating the list. And as you can see, I will just click on subscribers. All right, I have no subscriber. So you can then go ahead and add a subscriber, or you can create a sign-up form. Now, a sign-up form, which I'm going to talk about shortly, is the form that you use to collect your leads. All right, we will do a demonstration about that in a few minutes. So, but let's assume you already have an email list and you want to import them to your list, the list you just created. You just click on add subscriber. All right, this process is similar with other email marketing systems. You'll find a button that will take you through how to add subscriber and things like that. So if you want to add them manually one after the other, or you want to import, just click on import, and your list will be in form of let's say a CSV file. Let me see if I have something like that. You just want to click on import. No, sorry, if you want to copy and paste, this is for copy and paste. But if you want to browse, let me just quickly show you something. If you want to browse, look at the file they support. All right, CSV. So most of the time you want to save it as CSV or a text file or an Excel file, depending. All right, so let me see. I think I can pull a list from somewhere in my, sorry. Alright, so this is like, let's assume I want to pull. So it's going to show me, okay, I have email addresses. It's going to tell me to map. So let's say the only thing I'm interested in is email addresses. Alright, I just select it and I will next it. And that's the process. Alright, that's the process. If I do next, it will then tell me to how did I got them through sign up. I put my website address. I don't want to do this, but that's the process. And are you bringing this subscriber in from another email provider? Let's assume this is coming from MailChimp. I can say yes, I can say no. Either way, that's fine. But because I have to tell them, I have to answer any of these questions. Most of the time, I just put in my website address. Alright, so I can then do next. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is they'll tell. Now let's assume, this is very important. Well, let's assume you already have set up email sequencing for this list, which you'll be looking at in the next few minutes. You want to then determine if you want to send the first flow of your email message once this person is imported. All right, that's another thing. Or you do not want to send, you do not want to send follow-up message. All right, that's optional. So if you have the email sequence already, you want to check this. But if it's just a new list you want to just start with, you have to do this and you do next. Now the next option here is, do you want them to confirm subscription? Or if you are importing, most of the time you don't want to do that. You just say no. But if you still want them to go through the approval, that you want them to confirm to be added, you can do that. So I can say no and I'll do next. And the next thing is going to ask is for you to add a tag. So you can, if depending on what you are importing them for, it can be for marketing, it can be for sales, it can be, so you just have to be descriptive. And this tag is usually used for automation. That is more advanced email marketing, which is beyond the scope of this coaching. It's more advanced. You must have mastered email marketing to be able to use tags, to be able to use automation and flows and things like that. So all right, so you just want, let's assume it's sales. I just want to pull, and I'll do imports. But in my situation, I don't want to import this list into this guy. All right, so I'll just come out of it. I'll come out of it. And the next thing I want to also talk about is you need to look at list option. You need to just watch this video. You will get it. It's not one difficult thing. You will get it. I just need to rewatch it for you to get it. Another thing you want to look at is list options. For list options, basically this is where you do more customizations. Like I said, if you are just starting out your email marketing, you don't want to do double confirmation. A lot of people don't go back to confirm. And the truth is, if you do confirmation, if they didn't confirm, they will not enter into your email sequencing. Alright? Because when they are not confirmed, they will not receive your email autoresponder series. Alright? So that's very important. So usually I just like turning it off. Alright? To confirm it. So the moment they enter their email, they are added straight to my list. They are a subscriber immediately. So I'll just do this and I'll save. Alright. Another thing you also want to do is, if you want to personalize it more, you want to add a signature, you can do that. If you want to upload a logo, you can do that. Alright. If you want to connect a social media, you can do that. Alright. And that's that about that. Alright. So the next thing we will look at is sign up form. Now, for us to really look at sign up form, I need to take us back to the website so I can tell us about the two different type of sign up forms. Alright. I'll create a page. Let me just say, okay, I will use this home page. You know, I've walked us through how to use the website. So I'll use this home page to do the demonstration of sign up form. Alright, don't forget, your sign up form is your lead capture form. So, and they come in different ways, which I will still demonstrate to you again. In different ways you can implement them. They come in different ways. You just need to know how you want to implement them. So, one way of sign up form is to add the form directly. That is, you use the form element on your page builder on your website. You add the form directly. Alright? You add the form directly. Now, how do you then tie the form to your list? There's something called API. Alright? So that is one way. There is on-site forms and there is hosted forms. Are you with me? So this type is on-site form. This form is created directly on your website. Alright? Are you with me? This is another example of an on-site form. Let me just go to, I'm also going to use this to do a demonstration for you. This is an example of an on-site form. Alright? The reason why it's an on-site form is because of the way I set it up, not because of how it looks. Alright? It's because of the way I set it up. Now, and when they connect with this form, what I have done, let me just go back and use it. What I have done is you then have to then come here. Let's assume I want to connect it to my, let's say, MailChimp or Aweber or something. I'll use MailChimp for this demonstration. I'll just say, oh, what? I want you to send the email information that you are collecting here to MailChimp. Now, the moment I do MailChimp, something comes up here. You need what? An API key, which is the same way. You will, if you are connecting your form with an email marketing system, you will need an API key. That is, if your form is on site, please don't miss this up. It's very, very important. If your form is on your website, you will need an API key. Alright? So how do you get the API key? Now let me show you how to get it with MailChimp. Alright? It's so easy. With MailChimp, you just come down here. You come to your account. You click the small arrow. When you are logged in, right? You come to account. Alright? When you come to account, you come to extras and you click on API keys. Alright? When you come, if you have not generated it before, you'll be asked to generate the API key. All you need to do is just select it, copy it, then go to your Elementor page builder and you come here custom, alright, and you paste in the API key. So you wait for some few minutes and this will come up. So this will show you all the lists that you have created. Are you with me? And that is that. But for Elementor page builder, we do not have Aweber integration. You will not see Aweber here. But you have GetResponse, you have ConvertKit. So it's the same thing. You just need to go there, look for where you will get the API key, copy it, then come to your come to the options here, put it as custom, paste it here, and the list will show up and you select the list. Let's say for this demonstration I want to say, but this is not. I want to select this list and this list will come up. Now it will now ask me questions, alright? Which of it is my email? This is the second form. Alright, don't forget this is your form field. This is the first form, this is the second form, this is the first form, this is the second form. Your first form is your name, while the second form is your email. So you want to be sure that you map them correctly. So which one is your email? It is the second field. Which one is the name? Is the first field. And you okay it. Now, and let's assume, which is also very key, when you collect the emails, what then happens? Are you redirecting them to a page on your website? Alright? Or you just want to collect the leads and that's all. If you are redirecting if you want to just collect the leads and that's all, you want to take them into your list, that's also fine. But if you don't need to do anything after all this, you just save. Alright? You just save. But if you need to redirect them with your page builder, what you need to do is to come here, come to action, and you add the redirection. Now it will give you an option where you need to just add alright. Let's assume you want to redirect them to your thank you page, for instance. You just paste in your thank you page link. Let's assume this is your thank you page link. Just paste it there. So when they sign up successfully and it joins your list, they will be redirected to your thank you page. Alright, so hope I've been able to explain how okay, just to be able to show you that this works, I have a list here, which is this list, here. I'm going to do a demonstration now to show you that it works. So, and you will see it's added. Alright, so, and I have mapped it like I have, and I don't want to send them anywhere, alright, because I do not have the page created. Alright, all I just want to do is send me an email and also send to my email list, and I will okay it. Alright, so let me just quickly do a demonstration of this. Alright, so what I want to just do is I will add my name and I will add one of my email address. I hope I have not added this email address before. Let's see. That's the form submitted successfully. So what I then need to do is to come here and do a refresh. So what I need to just do, this is it. Alright, it is added. I actually have it there before. Alright, that's the reason why it was not added. So what can I do? Let me just add your email address to it so you can see it work. Alright, so alright, so let me add it. Alright, let me go back. Alright, alright, 75. So it is added, and that is so through the API. Let me just search. through the API, we are able to, this is it, it's added. All right. So through the API, we are able to connect the form on our website to our email marketing system. That is the first way. All right. The other way is to create the form from your marketing system. All right. Is to create the form from your marketing system. All right. And I'll be using MailChimp for this purpose. All right. Because I find it easy. The same way with MailChimp, you can get your integration. All right. If you want to integrate it, like I said, only that you can get your API information if you want to integrate with you want to integrate. So all right, so as you can see, this is how you go about the integration. So as you can see, I have already connected about 3 Mail, JVZoo, and things like that. So you can integrate more. These are other integrations. Their integration is a bit different from the one of where you just copy the API key. The API is a bit technical, but there's a way you integrate them. So, but that's that about that. So, but mostly with Aweber, what you'll be doing is sign up form. They will host the form for you. You just add it on your website and it will show. And I can show you very well. This is an example of one of it that I have done for myself, and I'm using it to give out free gifts. All right. All this was done using what's the name? My Elementor page builder and this hosted form. It looks similar as if I designed it on the website, but the truth is that the form is hosted with so this is how we go about it. So we are going to host a form similar to this. All right. You can design it the way we want. That will help us collect email leads. We'll do that right now, and it will be hosted here, and we'll go about it. All right. So how do we do it? So we've created this list, and let's create a sign-up form for it. All right. Pardon me, please. So I'll do sign-up form, and that's that. So they give you templates. All right. You can see more templates. These are different templates you can choose from. But for me, I like using, these are all different type of templates. Now, when you click on any of them, all right, when you load the templates, you can customize it the more. All right. You can increase the size. You can change this header. All right. You can make it bigger, or you can change it to something else. All right. You can add something here. All right. So you need to just be sure of how you want your design to look like, so that you don't mess yourself up with poor design. All right. So for me, I want to go with and you can do your own templates. I'll just use one that we can easily relate with, which is the one I like using most of the time, actually. This one, this simple, but you can choose another type. All right. You can choose different type. You can choose this one. You can choose this one. But just for the demonstration, I'll do this and I'll load it. And at the top here, I will just I can add enter details below or something. Alright, and I can centralize it, can bold it, and I can even give it a different color. Alright, and I can increase the font size, can make it 13, things like that. Another thing again is I can delete it all together, so it gives me space at the top. Alright, and I can change this button. I can say give me access or something. Alright, so you just need to be creative. I can change this button color. Let me save this. I can change this button color down here to say something like this, and I'll OK it. And that's that. I can delete this if I don't want to have. I can leave this email privacy, and I can delete it depending. It doesn't matter. So I just save it. Alright, so we are going with this, and we do next. Now, it is also very important that what do you want to happen? You remember I said something about thank you page, and I said you don't want to really, if you leave it at default basic, let me just preview so you can see it. Say thank you for subscribing. Alright, return to the last page. That's the default thank you page. This is not informative for your user. You want to give them something more informative. Alright, so you can have a custom page set up. Alright, you can have a custom page set up that you can send them to on your own website. So you can just create a custom page. You understand? And that is where they will be taken to. Now on that custom page, which we will still look at later when we are doing sales funnel, because at the end of the day, it's all going to be part of your sales funnel. So this is going to be a page on your sales funnel. Alright, so you put the address here. And let's assume somebody is visiting your website again and they tend to subscribe again. What do you want to do? You can decide where you want to send them to, but mostly you just want to send them to, let's say, a thank you page, or you want to send them straight to the product you want to sell. You don't want them to read the pre-sale page again. Just want to send them straight to the product you are selling. Alright, so that's what you do with this place. Alright, so I'll just leave it to the thank you page, and that's that. Let me just call it marketing so that it has a name. As you can see, it's even required. Alright, so you save your form and you go to the next thing. So then, alright, so the next thing now is to add the form to our website. Alright, so one way is to link to the form. You have the form hosted on Aweber. This option you will not really use. The one you will really use is this one, where you install the form. This, all the contents of the form, you will copy it and install it on your website. Alright, so I advise against JavaScript because it's not all devices that uses JavaScript. Alright, that are JavaScript enabled. So what you want to really do is to use raw HTML. So this is what we are going to copy to create the form on our own website. Alright, so let's go and try and duplicate this. Let's try and create something similar to this. Something similar. Let's duplicate this here. So we can have a form similar to this that is collecting names and email. So to do that, you need a widget called HTML. You drag the widget here. Alright, let me give this about 800 width. This is not a web design, so yours might be more beautiful than this. Then I copy the code I have, and that's it. As you can see, you have your form, and that's that. So if I go ahead and test it right now, I will see that my form is added. Alright, I'll see that my form is what? Is added. Alright, oh, sorry. If I go back and test it right now, as you can see, it's showing on the website. Alright, so let's do a test, and that's that. As you can see, it will submit. We can go and check, and as you can see, this is the page is not built. Yours will be, it will redirect to a page on your own website. Alright, with your sales funnel. Alright, So that's that. So if we then go back to our Aweber subscriber, and that's that. We've been able to set up the form. We've copied it and it's installed. We've seen it on our website. If you go and check our subscriber, we should see our subscriber added. Alright, and that's it. Alright, that is it. So it is added. So the next thing now, as you can see, we've taken care of list building. We've set up our form. We have created a list. We've set up our accounts for our marketing system, our email marketing. And one other thing is we've been able to subscribe successfully and added it to the website. So the next thing we want to do is to set up messages. So and this is very important. This is when you do message broadcasts, when you create drafts and things like that. So just to be clean, all right, be clean. But I'm going to use this email as a test. I was doing some tests earlier, which I'm going to show you shortly. So we'll do a broadcast. Now I need to explain the difference between these things. The ones you'll be using, basically a draft is what you are seeing right now. You're just creating a draft, planning to send in the future. All right. Your broadcast is you want to send an email to people at a particular time, or you want to send it immediately. That is your list. Don't forget, you can have more than one list here. It is the list that you are selecting that you are working on per minute or per time. Let me put it like that. All right. So your broadcast is the regular email broadcast you send to people. So you can schedule a broadcast for 3 hours from now, 10 hours from now, or a week from now, or 10 days from now, or depending. All right. Depending. All right. So that's about that. And the other one that you'll be using, these other features are more advanced, but by the time you master this campaign and everything are easy for you to do. The legacy follow-up is the same thing as your autoresponder series. All right, because these are your follow-up sequence. What are the emails you send to somebody when he joins your subscriber list? What are the emails what is the email you are sending to the person 24 hours after they join? 48 hours, 72, you get the point. So that's that about so the legacy follow-up series. So, and for all these type of email messages you can set up, you have create messages to do that. You can use the drag and drop features, or you can use the email editor feature. All right. Can use the email editor feature. All right. So if you are using the drag and drop, all right, which is not what I'm going to use for this demonstration. You can try it, but that's not what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the editor, and the reason is because that's what I've been using, and you can use it. So I'll create, if you want to create either a draft message or a broadcast message, or even a campaign message, or even a follow-up sequence, the first thing you need to create the message, and this is how you create the message. All right. So let's say you put the subject here, put the subject here. This is where you put your heading. This is what your user will see as the heading. All right. And you put your body here. So let me demonstrate how you can easily add a link. Add a link. Let's assume I want to convert this add link to a link. I'll just come here, click on this, and I'll add the link. Oh, sorry. I will add the link. Let's say I'm adding a link to my website. All right. And that's that. And I'll OK it. So let's assume these are the basic things you will do naturally. Let's assume I want to add an image. An image, you need to have uploaded it to your website. All right. One way to upload images to your website is to, all right. One way to upload images, please always make sure you save so you don't lose your work. One way is to just go to and add image. All right. You go to media. You go to media, and this is it here. All right. You go to media. You copy the link. Copy the link. By the way, this is how to add a media. you add new media, you select the media, and that's that, and you upload and you open. It will be added. So let me do it. To be added immediately, and that's it. So you click on it, you copy the link. So this is a position on your website, this is a content on your website. This is how I know. If I paste the link here, you will see to show the image. You see, this is the image. So it's a content on your website. So I'll go back. If I want to have an image here, I'll just go click on this add image, and I will add the URL, and it will come up here, and I can, you see, when I click here, came up the width, I can change it to, and it will proportionally, you know what, and lock ratio, unlock ratio. When you do lock ratio, these are just basic things. When you do lock ratio, if I increase the width, it will not affect the height. Alright, so I don't want to do that actually. That's why I usually do lock ratio, they can proportionally, and all this one is how you align it. And let me just okay it, and that is that. You have your email. Alright, if you want to add your signature, you can add your signature, or you could have set up your signature in your, when you were setting up the lists. Alright, so, and that's it. You save it. Alright, and you save and exit. So when you do this, alright, the next thing you want to do is you want to then schedule a broadcast. If you do a broadcast, which is this, and when you send it immediately, it will go immediately. But this is where you can set it up. Alright, you can choose when you want it to be sent. Alright, can choose when you want it to be sent. I have done a broadcast before, that is why this is showing. But you can come here, set up a date and time, so when you want it to be sent. So this is currently immediately, and when you do send now, it will go immediately. Alright, so it's going to schedule and send it immediately. I have done a test before, and this is which I've opened. This is a test here which I have opened, and this is your address that you set up when you were building the list, which is what you will do yourself. Alright, so basically the email will go out after some time. It will go out. Alright, so it's sent out as it is. Alright, so, and that's it. If I check my mailbox, I should have the email here with the image. Alright, so, and that's that. So this is a broadcast. So let's look at setting up. So I want to add this now to, let me add it to copy to draft, so you can have messages in draft. Alright, alright, so, and the next thing we want to do is to look at email follow-up series. I have tried to set up one before, so I'll just show you when I do this second one so you can see it. Email follow-up series is, let's say I enter your email list now. What are the sequence of emails that you will send to me? That is what it is. So it can be 10 email follow-up series will have pre-loaded in your email marketing system. So anybody that join your leads receive this email, let's say after 24 hours. So they receive one immediately, they join. They receive another one. It might be in 12 hours. It might be in 24 hours, depending on how you set up your marketing. Alright. So I have set up one. Let me just show you how I set up the other one. All I need to just do is add to follow-up series. Alright. This is the body of the email. If you need to edit it, you just edit it here. Or you create a new email, which is what I've explained before. And you come here, send option, add to follow-up series. As you can see, there is one already. That's the reason why follow-up series 2 is here. Alright, so I'll just add it anytime, and you understand, basically that's this, just leave it at this default, so it will send out at the exact 24 hours later. Alright, one day after the first one is sent. So, and it will add to the follow-up series. Alright, and that's that. So, like I said I've added the first one before. And if you need to modify, you just click on the email. Alright, click on the email, you edit it and you save it. All right, you edit it and you save it, and that's that. So you can have up to 10 email follow-up series, you can have up to 20 email follow-up series, and that's that. And as you can see your spam score here, and basically that is that. All right, that's how you set up an autoresponder with Aweber, and that's that. And if you want to check reporting, you can come here and do reporting like I rightly mentioned. So the truth is, it is how you use these things that you will begin to learn more. This account I set up last month, and I've been using it for some promotions, and I have roughly about how many emails left? Over 1,200 or so. I don't know. Basically, that's it. And these are organically grown emails. All right. So, and basically that is how that is done with Aweber. So basically, let me just quickly do a recap of some of the things we've looked at, and let me see if I can still quickly do something for you on MailChimp. Basically, we have look at email marketing. We have looked at how to add leads and the form to collect leads on our website, how to do it on site, and how to do it from our email marketing system. We've collected the list, we've added it to our list because we were able to create a list. All right, and then we've set up broadcast message, we've done legacy autoresponder follow-up and things like that. So basically, we have covered all the basic things you need to know about your email marketing. Now, in the next training, which is the day 3, we'll be looking at sales funnel, and this will then start coming to life more to you. All right, because I'm going to build a sequence, and you will see it from the body of the content, which is what you can then replicate in your own business and in your marketing. All right, so basically I will just wrap up this video by showing you just quick way the things you need to do when you are doing this same thing. I know I showed you how to connect form to your MailChimp, but let me just show you how you can set up campaigns and how you can also set up how they set up autoresponder with MailChimp. All right, so basically you come here and create campaign. All right, so they will ask you what kind of campaign do you want to create. An email campaign basically, or you want to do a sign-up form. This is similar to what we did when we created a sign-up form with MailChimp, when we did the sign-up form earlier. So it's the same process. Their interface is different, and you just need to know where to click. All right, so basically what you want to do in the case where you want to send out a broadcast is you want to create an email. So you give it a campaign name basically. But if you are doing an autoresponder, let me just quickly say that here. This is what you do. All right, you create the first email. Obviously, is going to be a welcome email. Okay, you know what? Let me just go back. Let me just do test 1. All right, and I'll do begin. This I'm doing a broadcast, right? A broadcast email message. So you need to add recipient. Now you need to select a list. Let's assume I am choosing this list. No, sorry, it's an active business list. So I'll choose this as only my email address. All right, so and I'll save. What is the from? You need to add your name, and the email address is going to come out from. In this case, if you leave this email address, it's going to throw up issues. So you will need a business email address, and if they accept it, fine, but mostly they will tell you to have a business email address. So let me just save it. All right, and you need to add a subject. Let's say test 1 basically, and you need to have a preview text. This is also very good when people view your email. In the body, in the email, before they open it, they will see a description of what they will read, what they will see when they read the email. So it's very good to be very descriptive when you write something here. in one of the free books I'm going to give you, talks about this. All right, let me just save it. So then this is where you come and design your content. All right, similarly to where we were using the HTML editor to create I usually just like using plain text. All right, you can use any of these columns. You just work your way and you add content to it. It's just the same thing. And let me just wait for it to load. Alright, it's coming up. Alright, so you have it here. So I won't have need to, I don't want to edit anything, but basically this is how you edit all the basic sections. They are just similar. This is drag and drop. It's straightforward. I just save and close. This is what I want to have in the body. Network is responding a little slow, so please. Alright. Because they are complaining because it's a default content. But basically that's how it is. And the moment, because it's a default content, search resolve. Alright, let's resolve it. Let's just put something there. Let's alright, so let's save and close. Save and close. Alright. I used to complain. Alright, so let's just change the heading to test. Alright, and all these are standard because these are your address. Okay, so save. So right now they approved it. Alright, so this button will be enabled and then you can send. Alright, so if I do this send to push and it will send now. Alright, basically that is how it is. So the next thing you want to do is to look at how you can do campaigns too, just similar to how we looked at it with Aweber. You just, the same way you go and create a campaign, but this time around you want to do an email campaign obviously, but you are doing automated and you start your series. Let's say welcome message 1, you get and you select the list. Alright, and that's that. So you design, so this is where you want to come, you want to edit your trigger. Do you want it to do, when they subscribe, when do you want it to happen? You want it to be immediately. Alright, the moment they subscribe, this is the first email that should be sent to them. Now you also want to check this if you want this to happen when you import email lists. Remember we had a similar sort of thing with Aweber when we were doing that, but I don't want to trigger it. I'll just update this trigger as it is right now. So the next thing I'll do is just to design the email. Alright, I'll just do welcome, free gifts, subject, test email, this blah 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 blah, and that's that. To fill all this, I don't want, I just prefer using this simple text. It's loading, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading. Alright, so, and that is that. It's coming up, and that's that. So to be added to to be added to our series, and that's that. The next thing you need to do when you add it, you can come here, add another email sequence. When you do that, you edit the trigger. Look at it, it says 1 day after subscribers are sent previous. So that's the same way you had the other one, you had the other. So, and that's that. And you just next it. When you next it, it's saying there's an issue with this because we didn't edit the content. Alright. Let me just go back. Let me just delete it because we do not really need it. Oh, I've started it, I must finish it. Alright, so we do next. Select another template. Basically. And this is going to be like the second series. So this is going to, let's give it 2. And that's that. And we save and continue. Alright. And as you can see, this is 1, this is 2. So the next thing you want to do is when you are done with the series you want to send out, you want to then do next. When you do next, and it tells you start flow. That's it. And to start flow, it's saying you're about to start, contains 2 emails to, and start the flow. So that's how you do your autoresponder sequence with MailChimp. And you can do your reporting just basically like we've talked about with Aweber, and you can look at the lists. You can. So basically that is that about email marketing. So all this will make more sense to us. Alright, we will be able to drive more value from all this foundation that we've laid for email marketing when we start doing the sales funnel. Alright, so thank you for staying through. I know it's a bit long, so in the day 3 video and training you will learn more about sales funnel and how they all work together. Thank you very much.